Hello Libras and welcome to your 2025 January reading. So of course, Happy New Year if you celebrate during this time, the New Year. May everything you need, you want, you desire be on your path, and also everything you still don't know that you want, need, and desire. So on this, I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about. The first card that came out is the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So the Six of Pentacles in reverse, we could have been living a situation where things were not fair, where either we're receiving something and they're expecting, interest, or I have to pay back, but there's this, it's not flowing here, okay? Sometimes it's also when we do understand the concept of Six of Pentacles, of unconditional giving and receiving, but we haven't embodied yet. So we're experimenting the opposite of the Six of Pentacles, even if we understand that, I should receive unconditionally, and when I give, I do not expect anything in return and all of that. But since it's not embodied, that means there's still probably something that we're still believing that is opposite of that there. Under that, I have the Lovers and the Seven of Swords in reverse. So here, the Major Arcana is telling us that this situation, you come in the month and you're making a decision about it. You're removing whatever beliefs that used to rob you of maybe what you deserve. And as you're making this decision, here we have the Four of Swords and Judgment. As you're making this decision, old stuff will come up to the surface. Oh, that time and that time that I wasn't able to receive support. I wasn't able to accept it or even ask for it. Or, all of the parts of why, how I maybe robbed myself of something. These parts are going to come up to the surface to be judged, to be healed, to be understood. In the middle of the month, we do have like the full moon in Cancer. That is great to shed light on whatever would be in the waters, because these are people in coffins floating on water. That means in our memories, in our subconscious, in our bloodline, all of it. And at the end of the month, we have the No More Juggling card with the Fool on the side. So I'm not juggling anymore. I'm not quite ready to jump, but I'm not, juggling anymore. Here is the Temperance to go with it. And Temperance is all about that beautiful healing. Why? Because we see the bigger picture. Why? Because we're actually transmuting our water. And now we're ready to start creating something different. Seeing the big picture. So let's clarify this for you, my beautiful Libras. I'm just going to take a little sip. All right. Okay. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Libras for the month of January 2025. January 2025. All right, let's look at the 6. Ooh, come and go. Okay, be clear. There it is. Okay, so we have that 7 of Pentacle of Swords in reverse, and we have the Page of Pentacle in reverse. So having a hard time that even when we have something, you know, when we're putting a stop to our own growth, our own income, value, and all of that. Like the Page of Pentacle in reverse, this is when we do have the pentacle in our hand, but we're not investing it. We're not engaging ourselves in it. And probably because there's a part of us that's not sure that what the investment we put in is actually going to give something. We're not doing it just because it's part of our growth. Like the tree does not grow just because he knows he's going to become an oak and, you know, all of that. He just grows because he grows. And he's a perfect example of the 6 of Pentacles because of that. It's that natural expansion because everything is provided for its expansion. We have the same thing. And we have the capacity to, on top of it, co-create what we want. When there's a 7 of Swords, this can be procrastination. We're putting things into the future. We're leaving it in a potential that I'm choosing not to invest in because this is where I still feel I have power. But I'm actually betraying myself by doing that. It's like there's a decision that is being made about this. Show me the Lovers. Okay, because we are in the 4 of Cups and the King of Cups in reverse. That's why here they're going to have a judgment from the waters. 4 of Cups. Of course, I will not invest in my whatever idea, project, thing I started, relationship, whatever it is, pentacle, you know, something I can touch, feel, be concrete about. If in the past the results of my pentacles gave me 3 cups on the floor, which, you know, if you look at the face of that guy, it's not so great. And with having the King of Cups in reverse, that means, you know, anything can be blown away. My emotions can be shifted. I'm excited. I love it. I'm afraid of it. Everything shifts depending on the outside circumstances. It's not unconditional. It's based on circumstances and conditions. So, of course, if the future results are just going to be the same as what I've had before, I'm gonna keep it safe and not even try. A bit like, you know, oh, I'm not going there. I know exactly who's gonna be there and what it's gonna be about, and I don't want to live it. Then, you know, in that same kind of, I'm not gonna put hours and hours into something that I think it's gonna give out the same result as the thing I did before. But you're healing 4 of Sword. So that means that there's an understanding that's coming to help you heal that and judge it. So first, the decision. First, the decision of probably leaving that crappy water behind. There is a higher frequency somewhere. I don't know where it is, but if I am passionately grounded and using my willpower, you see, he has a wand, I am actually going to be able to manifest it. So, yes, there was disappointments and heartaches in these waters, but if I keep them with me, it's going to limit what I can actualize out there. So I'm going to leave them behind and I'm going to judge them. Judgment. Yeah. Judgment, 2 of Pentacle, and the Lovers in reverse. So that kind of, I'm doing it, I'm not doing it, I'm making that decision. The Lovers is an inspired decision. You have it upright and in reverse. The Judgment is on the parts of you that were not able to make that decision, that were not able to make that kind of, yes, this is it, this is my alignment, this is my aspiration, I'm doing it. If you look at that, the feminine receives the aspiration. It's the receptive side. It's your right brain, and then the left brain looks at the right brain and he's like, okay, are we doing it? Or are we sabotaging ourselves? Or are we following the current of our old, wounds? So, 2 of Pentacle, 2 of Pentacle. I'm not gonna juggle anymore. I'm not gonna, do it and not do it at the same time. Take that Pentacle or just leave it in suspension. Take that Pentacle or just leave it in suspension. That's over. The juggling is over. So you'll be able to invest yourself completely, jump into your next thing. Well, maybe maybe not quite. Maybe some of you, yes, some of you might still juggle, but the period is over. Okay? I think ultimately it's going to be about, what do I decide that I want, and be ready, divine timing, to actually go for it. And the 2 cards behind these 2 cards were Chariot, Chariot. And I think this gives us a bit of a hint of what is coming once you actually stop juggling and do it. Chariot, Chariot, success, fast movement forward, double. So what do I want? What do I, because the Queen of Wands in reverse, she will even attract her worst nightmare. So she's the law of attraction. But once it's defined what she actually really wants, she's going to go for it, and the masculine side is going to go for it, but she's going to attract it. But for that, she needs to always aim. See the sunflower, she needs to aim at her aspiration. The aspiration that she's receiving. But like this, she's aiming at the, worst case scenarios, or the things that, like it always happened. The old, I don't have what it takes, or something's going to happen that's going to rob me. And so that's what she attracts. So time, divine timing to heal that. No more juggling. You're in it. So Libra, I'm going to call this divine timing, because this is really, a lot of emotions are going to come up, but this is the time to really make that decision. All right? So on this, before I forget, I finished my book on reading the tarot with the Tree of Life. So it is a great book. And right now we have a postal service strike. And so I cannot put it on the website and send it to you. But the Kindle version is on Amazon. The book will be on Amazon within a couple of days. But if you're willing to wait till I send you a copy from me to you, It's going to be on the website when the postal service strike is done. So for sure next month. But anyway, I wish it would have been available for Christmas, but hey, that's life. So on this, thank you for watching, sharing, commenting. If you want a private reading, you know that the mysticwitchtarot.com, that's where you get your bookings. Thank you for the ones of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And of course, have an amazing, and yes, on the new moons and the full moons, I ask the divine to give you back in the shape that is the most beneficial for you. And on this, have an amazing month of January, my beautiful Libras, and I'll see you next month.